Everyone, welcome to the show Coffee with Captain. Today we have my friend from Manchester, Connor.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show, brother. So today we are just gonna discuss few of the aviation topic today, and which include normal aviation industry stuff. So could you please introduce yourself to my viewers?
Sure, yeah, no problem. So I'm Connor. I'm from Manchester in the United Kingdom. Um, I've got my national private pilot's license. I fly microlight aircraft as a hobby, and then as a job, I work for Airbus, manufacturing aircraft wings for the A320 family. Yeah.
What exactly is the micro aircraft?
Oh, so a microlight aircraft, by definition, is it weighs under 600 kilos. It's a two-seater, small aircraft, very similar to other aircraft such as Cessna, Piper, but it just weighs a little less. That's all. They're not no instruments inside. It's not IFR capable. It's very basic, very basic.
So what is the range of that aircraft like if you're just navigating?
So the aircraft I fly specifically, it's about 450 miles, which I think is reasonable. They're very fuel efficient because they have very small engines in them.
Right.
However, they're not so fast. So you cruise about 90 miles an hour, which is 78 knots. So quite slow, quite slow. But yeah, very efficient. Yeah.
Okay. So as you just mentioned, you're working with the Airbus also, right?
Yes.
So nowadays a lot of automation is going on with
Yep.
the basically A320 and other aircraft
Yep.
also. So for the aspirant pilot and those who are already working with airlines,
Hmm.
so they have a mindset that there might be in coming future manufacturing companies they're just gonna put automation into
Hmm.
the aircraft. They
Yep.
might need not take the pilot for the flying and all.
Okay. Yeah.
So what do you say?
So I think there'll always be a need for pilots. I don't think no matter how good the automation gets that they can actually really get rid of pilots. There's some decisions when flying that I think only a human can make, and if they get automation, I feel it could make the wrong decision. There's been circumstances such in the past. Captain Sully, Unite 1549. He landed on the Hudson.
Right.
Now, automation, in that sense, it would have told him to have done things differently. Definitely wouldn't have landed on the river, but he made the decision as a human. It worked out right. With automation, it might have been a different outcome. So, I feel yeah, humans were always going to have to fly.
So basically, we need a human inside the cockpit.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So as being the aviator from UK, so what is the aviation industry over there? Like, what are the job aspects over there?
yeah,
If any of the Indian citizen, if they want to get opportunity over there, do they have any opportunity in
yeah.
UK?
So currently in the UK, we've got low cost carriers such as like Ryanair, EasyJet. So very similar to SpiceJet, Indigo, that sort of airline. They're expanding massively, so they're going to be ordering lots of aircraft, which means more pilots. However, in the UK, it's very difficult to become a pilot because there's very high costs with training. But I feel should you have completed your training, have the licenses, yeah, I feel any Indian citizens, if they did want a job in the UK, they'd be able to get one flying.
As you're like in India as of
Hmm.
now, and as being aviator, you have seen in Indian aviation industry.
Hmm.
So as of now, what do you think? Like as it's growing,
Hmm.
what's your perspective?
So I feel India is going to be a future. It's going to be a powerhouse in the aviation industry, a massive hub for flights, both passenger, cargo, like the Middle East, like I say, Emirates, Etihad. I feel Indian Airlines, they're going to be very similar situations. So I feel, yeah, with all these orders, such as in my line of work, Airbus, You know, Air India, Indigo, they've ordered hundreds of aircraft, so I feel that it's a very promising future for the aviation industry in itself and in India as well.
So for the aspirant, those who are just looking forward to join aviation
Hmm.
industry as a pilot or as a crew, so what kind of suggestion, what kind of guidance you have?
So I'd say work hard. It's a it's a very it's difficult, but when you've completed your training and you can fly yourself, it's very rewarding, very rewarding. However, I don't think you should take it lightly as something you do, here and there. I think it should become a lifestyle. It's very important you take it seriously.
Like any of the aviators, uh, those who are just roaming all around the world,
Mhm.
right? They're getting a lot of people have the mindset that
Mhm.
aviators are getting good opportunity to roam around,
Yeah. Yeah.
to basically getting good connection with the people around the
Yeah.
world. So, what's your perspective like as you are just basically been to different countries?
Yeah.
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 So, what do you say? What are the benefit and perks for being a pilot?
Yeah. I'd agree. You get to obviously travel a lot, see the world. So you get exposed to new cultures. You get to see many things, try new things such as new food, stuff like that. See new sights. Yeah. So it's yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I'd say you get to see a lot. It's definitely one of the key factors that people when they sign up, that's what they want to do. They want to see the world. So yeah, it makes aviation a good pick.
Right. So as you are working with the Airbus also, right? So what is the future of aviation like an upcoming year? What will be the future? Like, what do you say?
So the way I see it, I think we're going to focus on smaller aircraft such as the A320, A321, and then obviously the Boeing, the 737. I think they're working on making these aircraft more efficient um, and carrying more seats rather than the larger aircraft. Um, I think there's a reason why we're getting so many orders for the smaller aircraft. And I think that we're just going to have lots of bases all over the world with short interconnecting flights. Yeah, but I see it, the industry will be expanding massively. It's, yeah, yeah,
Right. So I would like to tell all of you also that Kona is designing the wing for the Airbus A320 and A321 and all. So could you please highlight what all parameters, what all the checklist you have to
yeah,
follow while you are just going for your work?
yeah. So at a company level, there's many rules and regulations, and then also at an employee level, there's many rules and regulations that we all have to follow. As a company, Airbus, in order for them to be allowed to manufacture aircraft, they've got to follow rules, standards set by governing bodies such as EASA, which is the European Aviation Safety Agency, and then they're similar to the FAA, the American Federal Aviation Authority. So they'll set rules and standards such as how we have to make them, what time frames, etc., and to tolerances, and then also, yeah, as an employee as well, you have to follow strict rules. You have to do it right. There's a phrase they say: "There's no car park at 36,000 feet." You can't park up if the plane breaks down. Like you could with a car on the side of a road. So we have to do it right, and to do it right, you've got to be really specific. There's fine standards, tolerances. So.
Right. So basically, society have their own perspective for the pilots,
Hmm.
and even the Indian culture have their own perspective for
Yep.
the pilots. So, in your place, what is the perspective basically for the pilots?
Okay, so I think people view them as very hardworking. They command a lot of respect, and yeah, I feel people truly appreciate them. People look up to, yeah, it's a lot of respect.
When we just talk about that we have having a good impression in the society,
Hmm.
so even we are getting opportunity
Yeah.
that a lot of a new generation people just coming to us, approaching to us. how to become pilot,
Yep.
right? And how to get inside this industry,
Yep.
right? At the same time, we are, like getting opportunity to interact with all of the people around. So I think is it similar in your country or is it different?
No, I'd say it's similar, yeah. There's lots of young folk who are looking up to pilots. They're always asking,
Yeah.
how do I become a pilot? So yeah, I'd agree. It's very similar in the UK. Very similar.
Yeah. So as you have flown the microwave
Mhm.
aircraft, so you must be having some good memories,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if you would like, you can share with us.
Yeah. So as I say earlier, the microlights they're very basic. Um, it's nothing like an Airbus or a Boeing. It's very, gritty, proper hands-on flying. One funny time we had was the door latch failed on the aircraft I was flying, so it took off. I had a passenger on board. It was his first time coming up flying, and the door flew open, and it were we had already rotated. We were off the runway climbing out, so there was lots of wind coming in. The mat flew out the side. It was quite fun. Yeah, so it's
So how did you handle that situation?
so I just it isn't a big deal. One thing with microlights is some of them they actually fly with no doors on the side anyway. Um,
Yeah, I saw some videos on YouTube.
yeah, yeah. However, being the UK, it's very cold, so it wasn't a pleasant experience. And for my passenger, obviously they were a bit nervous,
Yeah.
but for me, no. So I took it around the pattern and then just landed it. We touched down, closed the door, sorted the latch out, and then went off again. It wasn't nothing
So
dangerous, but it was good. It was a good laugh. It was
right.
good fun.
So have you taken your family and friend
Yeah,
for just for the joyride and all?
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've taken family, friends. Some love it. Some they're not a fan. They feel a little sick and stuff. They get a bit tipsy. They're like, ooh,
Yeah.
But yeah. Generally, yeah. Everyone wants to come up. It's a good bonding moment. You have a good time with someone. It's a very unique experience that you can't really get doing anything else with flying. So it's nice to share it with family, friends. Yeah.
Okay. If you get a chance to become an instructor
Okay.
for the microlight aircraft,
Yeah.
and if you are getting to train few of the student,
Yep.
so in that case, how do you handle them?
How would I handle
Yeah.
them? Um, I try to make it positive. Even when they do make mistakes, I'd still try to make fun out of it, have a laugh. But I'd also make sure to reinforce the fact it is a serious hobby.
Yeah.
But you can have fun with it. You can have fun with it. Me personally, I don't think I could be an instructor. When we were first training, think how many mistakes you made. Like it must be scary to be an instructor sometimes. Like your students trying to kill you sometimes. Like when they do silly things learning, but it's something we all go through. But yeah, yeah, it'd be nice. It would be nice to
All
teach.
right. So we have basically discussed a lot, and I think that would be knowledgeable for you guys also. And I really thank you so much for
No,
joining.
thank you.
So
I
thank
appreciate
you
you
so
having
much.
me.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you.